gets over on one end and he stops, gets out of the truck and says, come on, you drive it. I'm like, what? Wait a minute. He said, yeah, come on, you drive it. I'm 14 years old. Now, I've been driving since I was 10. And so what am I going to say? No. Back when I was a kid, a long time ago, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, we used to chase wrecks. My dad had a body shop, and there were a lot of body shops here in the city, and everybody would listen to the police scanner, and we'd spend the night in the garage in the body shop and listen for wrecks. Yeah, Friday, Saturday, people be out drinking, and nothing like it is today with all the DWI. It was totally different back in those days. Back in those days, you get caught for, you'd be driving while intoxicated, and cop would take you home, put you on your front door, and say, there you go. But back then, a lot of accidents would happen, and which is a good thing now that we got all the DWI laws and stuff. But yeah, there were a lot of accidents. So every time there'd be an accident coming over the police scanner, we would all hop in a tow truck and we would go. And first guy to the scene would usually get the car. And of course, we'd have work for the week or however long it took to fix that car. So everybody in the area had fast tow trucks, and they were pretty fast. I remember trying to think, the Ferris boys. They had a 427 Cobra motor in their Ford tow truck. Yeah, back then, AC Cobras were all over the place. But yeah, they had 427 AC Cobra motor in their Ford tow truck. Let's see, a couple other guys had some 351s and 428s. A couple guys, I don't remember too many guys running Chevrolets, but there might have been one or two that had 427s in them out of Corvettes, and because there were always wrecked Corvettes around. And but before that, before all the big horsepower, my stepdad had a '56 Ford F-350. So my stepdad had this 56 Ford F-350, had 292 out of a 57 Thunderbird, was a dual quad motor, and he put that in the F-350, bored it 30 over, cleaned it up, put a cam in it, and a single Autolite 4-barrel on it. Had decent intake on it. Truck had 488s, and that's what he used to run back in the late 50s, early 60s. Now, that truck went away for a while, and my dad found that truck, and my dad wanted to buy that truck, and he ended up buying it. Took a little bit of finagling, but he actually had my stepdad. That's a whole nother story. Had my stepdad rebuild it and bring it back to life. So I want to say, well, this had to be in the 70s. So that truck sat for quite a while. I was probably 14 years old, and I went down the garage one day, and there was the 56, all torn up, all getting ready to get put back together. My dad painted it, and my stepdad ended up putting the motor back together. So here is the 292, 30 over, got a cam in it. I don't remember how big the cam was, but dual exhaust, stacks coming up the back. This thing sounded really, really nice. So late one night, I'm down in the garage, and my stepdad's just finishing up putting the motor in, tuning it up. And there was a mini mall or a little shopping center across the street from the garage. And we fired it up, took it down there. It was the only place we could really go with it. And so my stepdad gets down there, and I'm sitting next to him. He says, "Come on, we'll go for a ride. We'll check out the truck, see how it's running." So we get down to the shopping center, North Utica Shopping Center, and gets over on one end, and he stops, gets out of the truck, and says, "Come on, you drive it." I'm like, "What? Wait a minute." He said, "Yeah, come on, you drive it." I'm 14 years old. Now, I've been driving since I was 10, and so what am I going to say? No. So I hop in. He says, "Now this is what you got to do. You put in second gear, because truck transmissions, that first gear is really, really low." He said, "Put in second gear, let the clutch out a little bit, because with the 488s, you definitely break something, because that bed on the back with the wrecker boom was a lot of weight." I said, "All right." He says, "Once you roll out of it, get into it." All right, cool. Now, at the other end of the shopping center is a car wash that I worked at during the day. And that's good, good long way. So remember the car wash. So I'm in the truck, I let the clutch out a little bit, and I hammer it. And he's looking like, his eyes are this big. I take second, power shift into third, didn't take my foot off the gas at all, and power shifted into fourth. Now we're already through the parking lot, and there is the car wash coming. And we got to be doing 100 miles an hour. Now this was had to be 8th mile. And he's like, "You better slow down, because the car wash is coming up." But I forgot to tell you, it had drum brakes. So here you have like 5,000 pounds rolling at 100 miles an hour with drum brakes. And the car wash is coming up fast. So I took my foot off the gas, and just like that old song, took my foot off the gas, and man alive, I shoved it on down in overdrive. But I shoved it back up into second gear, hit the brakes, brought it back down into, into third gear, and then brought it back into second gear, and turned it. And I might have had 10 feet before I hit the car wash. And my stepdad was like, "Whoa." It was quite a ride, but I'll tell you what, man, that 292 with the 4-barrel, it got up and went, and that was one heck of a fast tow truck. That was amazing, especially being 14 years old. It was one heck of a memory, and I thought I would share it with you guys. The next time he let me drive was a 428 Super Cobra Jet in a Boss Mustang. So, no, it was a Mach 1. 428 Super Cobra Jet in a Mach 1. That's another story for another time. So, but yeah, racing tow trucks, and a lot of cool stuff back in the old days. You guys missed out. So, but hope you like that one. Guys, take care. We'll see you later.